Leo, what is going on with you? Come on in, have a seat, make yourself comfortable. My name's Alan Hill from UnknownTruthTarot.com. Welcome back to another Leo love reading. In this Leo reading today, we are going to take a look at the status of the love connection between you and your romantic person of interest. I'm going to get one card for the shared energy that's affecting both of you here in January 2025, Leo. Then I'm going to get 3 cards for you, 3 cards for your person. Then I'm going to clarify everything with the second deck just to make sure we can get down to the bottom of the unknown truth about what's really going on in this connection of yours. So let's get started with this Leo reading. Let's get one card for what's the mutual point of interest between Leo and their romantic person of interest. Okay. Good deal. Let's get 3 cards for you, Leo. What's been going on with you? Oh, hey. You got a lot trying to come out all at once here. It felt like 2 or 3 flipped over in there, but apparently none did. Just feels like something bubbling over here. Come here. Let's check out your person, Leo. What's going on with Leo's romantic person of interest as it relates to Leo and connection between the 2 of them? I was about to say let's get 2 more and then 2 more shoot out. Okay, let's see what we have. Okay. The bottom of the deck, the overall energy of this reading, 8 of Pentacles. This is Virgo energy. This is a card about work, putting in work on something, putting in time, effort, and energy on something, or at the least being willing to do that. Right under that, we have the Empress, which is the mother of the tarot deck. She's always pregnant. She's always giving birth to something. In a love reading, she represents the birth of something new, as in like usually the birth of a new connection or the rebirth of some connection here. Maybe putting work in on something. Maybe so, yeah. 6 of Pentacles right behind that. This is Taurus energy. This is an energy of like trying to balance something back out. Like, you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Like we take care of each other, equal give and take kind of a thing, trying to balance something back out. Now, I will say that the negative side of this could be that somebody's been putting work in on birthing some new connection. And this sometimes gets referred to as a card where the merchant is giving to 2 people in a standard deck like I'm going to use to clarify. You can see the guy's got one person behind his back and he's giving to 2 people. So I could take it that way. There's a couple more things out here that could look like that. It's way too early to tell. That's why I clarify everything just to avoid getting anything confused. If we need to come back to that, that's like the gist of what this is going to talk about. If we need to come back to that, we will. This mutual point of interest is shared energy that affects both of you in some way here in January 2025, Leo. It's the Lovers. It doesn't always affect you the same way. Sometimes they do this and you feel the consequences of it, or vice versa. Sometimes they say or do something and you feel or act this way, or vice versa. Sometimes this is just something that's affecting you both. The Lovers is the Gemini Major Arcana card. It's a powerful love connection between 2 people. It's also a card that's about the interconnectedness between people. You can't be in a connection with someone and make decisions that don't also affect them and vice versa. The card used to be called the Choice a long time ago before it was called the Lovers. So it represents a choice in some powerful connection like this, or even a choice between lovers. So again, that's a little ambiguous. It doesn't really clarify whether we're talking about the birth of a new relationship and someone giving to 2, or if we're talking about putting in work to rebirth a connection and balance it back out, and maybe that's the big choice here. So take it however it resonates for you, but I'm going to clarify this and see what else I can find out for you. Why is the Lovers the shared energy that's affecting Leo and their romantic person of interest here in January 2025? Okay. Let's see here. On the bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups. This is a new beginning in love and emotions. So this would typically be new person type thing, but it can also represent filling the cup back up between the 2 of you. If we're working on trying to rebirth this and balance it out, that implies that there was a problem. There's still a powerful connection. We're making some choice about the connection and trying to fill the cup back up, start over at square one in terms of love and emotions. Could totally be that. Also, it could totally be what I said a minute ago. Somebody's putting in work, birthing something new, given to two people, and now there's a choice between lovers because I got a new one. Could be either of those things. Four of Wands. This is Aries energy. Fours are stability. So this is stability of the home, stability of the family, stability of the connection between the two of you. That's a celebration energy usually. The Four Wands represent 1111, which is the number of manifesting. In the stages of manifesting 2, 3, and 4 of Wands, I've got all three of them out here. I just realized that I've got the 2 here in the clarifiers, getting ahead of myself, but the 3 of Wands is your last card, Leo, and now I've got the 4 here. And they're even in the correct order. Hell, I've got the 1 of the Wands over here in your person's energy. That's very unusual. These are in order. Like the 2 is the choice about what do I want for my life. And the 3 is like, okay, now I've made the choice and I'm taking steps to make what I want happen. And it hasn't happened yet. And I'm waiting on it to get here. And this is, ta-da, it's arrived. And it's like, it's a celebratory energy because the thing I want has arrived and it's stable in the physical reality. And it's either a new person or it's filling the cup back up between the two of you. This is sometimes referred to as a marriage card because it can be a celebration of home and family and like engagements, weddings, things like that. And then I've got the Hierophant right behind it, Taurus major arcana energy. This is an energy of commitment, like being fully committed to a relationship, taking it to the next level of like living together, being married, going down that path. Oh, this looks like a heavy-duty commitment that maybe there was starting to be a problem and now we're working on something. Yeah, I've got Judgment right behind this commitment here, passing a final verdict in Judgment. This is the most powerful decision card in the deck. This is like final decision, and it's either A, we're calling it dead and over with and there's no coming back from it, or B, we're going to resurrect this and bring it back to life and change it and transform it and work on it so it's never the same way again. So this is looking positive. Although there is that, I'm guessing for at least one person watching this, this is going that other route where there's a new person and now there's problematic stuff happening. Yeah, because behind this Judgment card, behind the commitment is the Judgment, and then the Queen of Swords, like the off with your head queen. Okay, I feel like I'm getting 2 separate messages for 2 separate groups of Leos right now. So take it however it resonates for you. I'm going to try and see if like that storyline continues both directions. And if it does, I'll try to give it to you both ways here. But clarifying the lovers, I get the 2 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, the 7 of Cups, and the 9 of Cups. The 2 of Wands is Aries energy. It's that fork in the road. It's a crossroads in someone's life or in the relationship. It's a decision point about what is it I want my life to be like? What do I want my world to be like? And which of these 2 paths is going to get me to that? But you can't turn left and right at the same time. You can't go down both paths at the same time. So it's not just a choice about what do I want and which path gets me there. It's like which path do I leave behind is part of that choice. And then I've got 4 of Swords, which is taking a pause. It's Libra energy. Take a pause, take a break, take a rest. It's an energy of healing. It's about choosing to go inside yourself to either heal something or to do some thinking and figure something out. It's a 4, so it's a stability energy, and swords represent the mind and the thoughts. So this can be stabilizing the thoughts, stabilizing the mind, trying to calm your mind down, go inside so you can figure something out. I get this card a lot when there's too much chatter going on in somebody's mind and they're like, their thoughts are actually in the way, and it's like preventing them from hearing their internal guidance, hearing their intuition. This is like, shh, back her down a notch, would you? All you got to do is decide what you want, is what that looks like. This also could be like, hey, take a pause, take a break, chill out. Because there was looking like some sort of a problem appearing. I got 7 of Cups next, Scorpio energy of options and choices and confusion about the options and choices. There's a lot of different cups here. That means there's a lot of emotions involved. It also means that there's a lot of different ways this situation could play itself out, and I don't want to choose the wrong cup and make some kind of a mistake. The smoke clouds can represent clouded judgment, clouded decision making, clouded ability to see everything, like clouded vision, emotional confusion, emotions clouding judgment. Could be another reason why we're hearing like, shh, pause, take a break, chill out for a second. Have the Nine of Cups next, which is Pisces energy. So we're escalating in the emotional energy, like the love and emotions. That's a good thing. It's like almost like a conscious choice to like, okay, let me just back this down a notch and chill out, because this is getting all clouded up and I don't want to make a mistake here in this choice about the connection. I'm going to go with what makes me happy. The Nine of Cups is personal happiness, personal wish fulfillment. It's also a singles energy. It's a step backwards from the 10 of Cups, which is everybody's goal in love and relationships, like happily ever after, happy fairy tale romance, true love. This is a step backwards from that. So this is usually emotionally single energy, emotionally independent, emotionally like, I don't need someone to make me happy. I don't need someone to make me feel loved or worthy of love. I do all that for myself. That's a little, it could be personal happiness and wish fulfillment on an individual level is both tied to this connection here. And probably both of you have some sort of confusion or clouded decision making, and maybe even both of you needed to chill for a minute. Maybe something was going to go sideways here, because right behind this card of balance, I have the 10 of Swords, like swift, painful ending, sometimes ending you don't see coming. I think maybe we got to the brink of calling it quits here. Not uncommon at the early stages. I don't fully understand exactly what this is talking about, so I'm going to come back to that again as I go through your energy, Leo, and then I can see more about how it applies to you. I'm going to come back to it again when I go through your person's energy, because then I'll be able to see more about how it applies to them. That's the shared energy, your energy in the connection for January 2025, Leo. First card is the most important. You got the World. Central to your energy is the Hanged Man. And your final card is the Three of Wands, Aries energy. This World card for zodiac signs is the 4 fixed signs: Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio. This is the final card of the major arcana. It represents the ending of one cycle and at the same time the beginning of the next cycle. So something ending, something beginning right after that. Like when one door closes, another door opens. Tell me more about the World. Why is that the most important card for Leo, please? What do I need to know about the World? Extra cards, huh? Okay, well, come here. I'm taking these together. I don't know why. I rarely ever do that. I don't know that I have done that before. I do that out here on these, but this one is like I'm supposed to take them together. Underlying this World energy, Page of Cups. This is news and messages and communications about love and emotions. This can be expressing feelings. This can be lovey-dovey messages. This could be an apology of some kind. This is like some early stage, like flirtatious behavior. There is a fish in the cup, and sometimes that can represent sleight of hand. Like, don't look at me, look over here. I don't want you to like get into my soul and make me feel some type of way that I'm not emotionally mature enough to handle. It could mean that. This is the least developed of the court cards, the Page. So I just now noticed it's the final card in your person's energy here too. Underlying that, we've got some Leo major arcana energy, Strength. This is some sort of a difficult situation that you're dealing with, and it's requiring your internal strength to make it through. You have the strength to make it through. You're just being forced to dig down inside yourself and tap into that strength and put it to use. This can also be an energy of someone who's trying to tame this beast inside themselves. They've got this urge or this desire or this impulse, and they're trying to struggle against that piece, trying to contain themselves so they don't make some kind of a mistake. I do see like Okay, chill out. I need to like consciously choose to chill out because things are getting clouded up over here. I've got this surrounded by 2 communication cards, like this difficult time. Okay, and then an internal conflict behind that, like these 2 pages around the strength card. One's about emotions and feelings, and the other one is about physical, tangible things like maybe money or assets or some physical opportunity. This can be news and messages and communicating about money or finances or physical opportunities. Behind it is 5 of Wands, Leo energy. 5s are conflict. This is a conflict in desires, an internal conflict. So usually like where a piece of you wants this and another piece of you wants pretty much the opposite of that. And now I'm torn and conflicted internally and playing tug of war in terms of what do I actually want, pulling myself in different directions at the same time. And then this is feeling like scattered energy, like almost conflicting with yourself sometimes is what it feels like. The 8 of Swords is Gemini energy of like thinking about something over and over and over again on a repeating loop where you can't quite shut your mind off. The person on the card's blindfolded, so that represents there's information I don't have, there's stuff that I don't see, and I'm not sure what's the safe move to make. I don't want to step in the wrong spot and make a mistake. So there's twice now I've referenced making a mistake or not wanting to make a mistake. But this is about like not being sure what to do and not having the answer to what to do. So I'm like stuck in my head thinking about it and overthinking it. And I'm feeling stuck and trapped and blocked. But it's like really, it's a self-imposed mental prison most of the time. It's usually like the way a person's thinking about it is making it seem worse than it is. And what they don't know, they're filling in the blanks with like worst case scenario sometimes. And like that makes it feel worse than it is. This feels like things almost got out of hand is what this feels like. When I clarify the world, I get the Emperor, the Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups, and then the Ace of Swords and the 8 of Cups want to be read together for some unknown reason to me. Aries energy, the Emperor. This is an energy of control. It's about taking control, taking charge of a situation. It's a master manifester energy in the sense of it's someone who has all the tools and abilities and resources to put together a plan to get what they want and then execute the plan to get what they want. This is usually like the shot caller, like the person making the boundaries and setting the rules and laying down the law. There's some ending to a cycle and a beginning of a new cycle here. I don't know if this is your person controlling whether or not it ends, or if this is you stepping up into your power and like taking control because there is the potential for an ending and a whole different beginning that you don't want. The overall energy's putting in work on it. Queen of Wands is next. This is Aries energy. So 2 Aries cards in a row. I've got an Aries card as the first clarifier. I've got another Aries card out here in your energy. You might be dealing with an Aries. I've got a little bit of Pisces out here. I've got some Gemini, some Virgo. Let's see. Pisces. A little bit of Libra, some Scorpio, some more Pisces. You could be dealing with any of those signs. Hell, you could be dealing with any sign. This is a general collective reading, so it's going to be almost impossible for me to pin down exactly who you're dealing with as an individual person because I'm not tapping into your specific energy as an individual person like I would if I was doing a personal reading for you and it's just me and you. Here I'm tapping into thousands of Leo people all at the same time, so it's going to be really hard to pin it down for you. So I'm just going to continue to call the signs out as they stick out to me just in case they mean anything to you. But this is Aries energy. This is a bold, passionate, fiery, determined person who knows what they want. They go after it. They normally don't take no for an answer. Usually this is the kind of person that knows what they want and what they deserve, what they're worthy of, and they're not really going to take less than that. That's a good energy to be in. So is the Emperor here. If this is your person, this would be someone that you have a lot of passion and desire for, probably viewing as like charming, good looking, charismatic, sexy, that kind of stuff. Now, sometimes I'm going to try to see if this it doesn't look like it continues with that, but just in case, if this is some like choice between lovers and I got to choose which one do I want, and I've got options and choices, and I'm going with my own personal happiness, and there's this birth of a new connection and giving to two, and that leading to an ending. If that's your scenario, this could be your person is totally in control of everything and has caused the ending, and they're in control of it all here. And like this could be the other woman. A lot of times this will be like the fire queen, the hot queen, like the woman that there's passion, desire, attraction for. Could be. I've got the Knight of Cups here, which is actions toward love and emotions, moving forward with romantic offers and gestures and trying to advance a love offer in some way. And then I do have Ace of Swords, a severing, and Eight of Cups, emotionally detaching, walking away, going to see if the grass is greener on the other side of the fence. I feel like there's probably two separate storylines here, two separate messages for two separate groups of people. If this is you like taking control because things almost got too heated here, and like isolating in on, okay, what is it that I want here? Do I actually want? Let me get really clear on that. What I want is to continue moving forward in this. So this could be cutting off the idea of detaching emotionally, cutting off. It could be a case where things got a little bit rough and you started emotionally like disconnecting and maybe even considering walking away. But then this is like severing that. That's probably why they wanted to come out together. Otherwise, I wouldn't have read it that way. Central to your energy, Leo, we got the Hanged Man. This is Pisces energy, progress being halted, no forward movement happening, things being stuck at a dead standstill. Hanged Man hangs upside down because he's trying to look at things from a different perspective, a different point of view than he normally looks at things from. And he's doing that because he's trying to figure out what has me stuck. What do I do to get myself unstuck so I can move forward? He's looking at things from a different perspective, and things are external. Like, this is not looking inside yourself like the hermit. This is looking externally, trying to figure out what out here has me stuck. Sometimes this is a person who doesn't see their own role in what's going on and starts to sometimes play the role of helpless victim or play the blame game. And it's like, well, it's not my fault. It's your fault, or it's this thing's fault, or it's this situation's fault. It's like something else external to me. And that's a little worrisome. And the only reason I can say anything about it is because I've definitely been there before. It's very rare that a problem shows up in our external world without us first creating it in our internal world. You know, we create it there first, and then we manifest it in the physical world. It's kind of like you ever meet a person whose house is like constantly in disaster and it's like all over the place. Like, that's an outward manifestation of what's going on internally for them. They're all scattered and all over the place internally, and then their stuff gets scattered and all over the place. And they don't see that most of the time. That could be a case of what this is. This could be a case of like things aren't moving, and maybe that's the cycle we're trying to end right now too. So let's clarify this. Why is the Hanged Man here? Okay. Okie dokie. Well, underlying this Hanged Man energy, Four of Wands. Aries energy, stability of the home, the family, the connection. There's been some stoppage to the stability in the home. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles behind it. This is a new physical opportunity presenting itself. It's the seed of abundance. It's something that has the potential to turn into the 10 of Pentacles, but it's not that yet. It's going to require work, time, effort, and energy to get from the seed to the full-blown maximum stability, maximum abundance and prosperity. The 10 of Pentacles is also like the combined together life, like living together, being married. This is looking like potential financial thing, maybe a lack of, nothing's moving and there's a stoppage to the stability because there's only one pentacle, and I'm like trying to figure something out about that, doing some investigating or research or planning of some kind, trying to figure something out. Oh man, something's off here, and I don't know exactly what yet. When I clarify the Hanged Man, I get the 6 of Wands, Death, 4 of Cups, the Devil, and the 3 of Swords. 6 of Wands is Leo energy. This is a card of recognition. It's about recognizing something, and whatever it is you recognize is allowing forward movement to happen. Maybe you're recognizing something about your person or yourself, or about this connection, or about what you actually want in your life. Recognizing that maybe I need to chill out for a second and pump the brakes. Whatever it is that you're recognizing here, forward movement happens after that. And it's looking like coming from a place of you being in control. There's a difference between being in control versus being controlling. And it doesn't feel controlling yet, although I do have the Devil here. So something's off. I got the Death card next. This is the Scorpio Major Arcana. It represents something dying, something ending, so it can be reborn again in a different way. This is usually an ending that has a painful transition period behind it, or a painful transformation process attached to it. Got the Queen of Wands attached to it here. Like, this is very strange, very strange. 4 of Cups is next, Cancer energy. This is like not being fully happy or content with what I have right in front of me, so much so that I'm daydreaming about this other thing, this other cup that might make me happy. The 3 cups represent like being together. So a lot of times this will be like, I'm not fully happy when we're together, and I've got this other thing that's on my mind that I think would lead me to happiness. Now, it could be that there's a recognition that that type of feeling is happening, and let's put an ending to that. And because when there's this forward movement here, we're running into this other cup, this other thing that would make me happy. I've got the Devil attached to this. Like, this could be an unhealthy level of not being happy with what you've got. This could be like almost like an illusion where I'm not looking at it the right way, and there's something off internally that's making me look at it the wrong way and making me feel not happy. And that could be the thing that actually has you stuck here, or has whatever stuck in the relationship. Clearly there's some big decision that happens. This is sometimes feeling stuck and like feeling trapped by something, feeling controlled by something, like I can't escape from it. It's right beside this idea of detaching, maybe even walking away and severing the connection. It could be attached to that concept, or it could also be attached to like trying to cut away the idea of detaching and walking away, and then there's something that's pulling me to that, and something painful under the surface, probably from something past that wasn't healed all the way, maybe making you want to run away or wanting to detach, so maybe you don't get cut, so you don't get your heart broken. 3 of Swords is Libra energy of heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. It's not always a romantic third party, although it looks like, at least for some person, there is a romantic third party. I'm having a trouble like continuing that storyline though. I feel like I would have to like get creative in here and like force it to fit. This is some sort of a heartbreaking situation. It's not directly you. It's not directly this person. There's some external energy. It's the top of the column here is looking at things from a different perspective, looking externally. Even though the swords are going through the heart though, like the thoughts, and then there's the heartbreaking. I'm getting like this weird impression that the way you're thinking about something is making it more difficult than it needs to be. That might be what these clouds of smoke represent here. And the going internally to like think about something from a calm state. Because like what's like wrapped around that is you choosing what you want and your personal happiness and wish fulfillment. Final card for you, Leo, 3 of Wands, Aries energy. This is the beginning stages of manifesting something. This is, I've already decided what it is that I want. I've already chosen the path that I'm leaving behind. I've already chosen the path that I'm going to go down to get what I want. I've started down the path. I'm taking the actions that are required to get what I want. And I fully expect what I want is going to happen. It just hasn't happened yet, and I'm still waiting on it. Let's see what we got. What's going on with this 3 of Wands, please? What's going on? I had the moon flip over and show itself to me and then go right back in and not come out. It doesn't mean the energy's not present because it didn't come out. It is present. Damn, okay, I feel like it's taking me back to that other storyline for a second here. The moon can represent something being hidden in the dark, a secret being kept. It can also just represent uncertainty and fear, worry, and anxiety from the uncertainty. I mean, if you are waiting on something and it hasn't shown up, totally could mean that. It could also represent like some secret being kept and maybe waiting on the secret to come out. I don't know. 5 of Wands is on the bottom here. Leo energy, internal conflict. A piece of me wants this, a piece of me wants that, and I'm torn, playing tug of war with myself here. This scattered energy again, though. Page of Pentacles, early stage plan for the future, communicating about some physical opportunity or finances or something like that, and then some internal struggle again. It's like struggling to make it through, struggling to not make a mistake. Feels like your energy has been all over the place, Leo. It's like it's not often that I get this level of like what the is going on here. Page of Cups again. That's out here in your person's energy, like communications about love and emotions, expressing feelings, apology. Again, I've got the Strength card. This is the second time now, surrounded by 2 pages. It's the same 2 pages. They've just switched orders now. Before, the emotional page was in the front, and the page about the physical, tangible, like assets and resources and finances, that was in the back. And now they've switched around, and the finances one is in the front. And then there's a barrier right here, like some wall that's in the way. Someone been hurt and in defense mode and trying to protect themselves from getting hurt and potentially hiding from something. See, that wall is just sticks in the ground. So whatever this defense mechanism is, you got to realize that like this person's not safe. If you wanted to get to them and hurt them, you could just barrel right through these sticks, no problem. And the walls we build to protect ourselves normally don't protect us any better than these sticks do. It's like a security blanket, you know, and like we want it to keep us safe and not get hurt, but it really just becomes more of a fence or a cage that keeps you locked away from actually getting to the thing that you want. And I'm getting this weird feeling that the thing that you want is here already. And it's like, it keeps feeling like this almost went sideways. And then there's this like, looks like an ability to put the brakes on and then contain myself. And then like, wait a minute. When I clarify Three of Wands, I get the Lovers, the Seven of Swords, Six of Cups, and the Fool. The Lovers is Gemini's major arcana card. It is the shared energy affecting you both. I'm using 2 different decks, and I've got it in both decks out here. Powerful connection, waiting on something that you believe is going to happen with this powerful connection. But this is also a choice about the connection. So maybe waiting to make a choice about the connection, or could represent a choice between lovers. It's like taking control, moving forward successfully, and it's moving forward to this connection. So I'm getting 2 distinct separate messages there. So take it however it resonates for you. I got Seven of Swords next. Aquarius energy of lying, cheating, stealing, deception, sneaking around behind someone's back, trying to get away with something. Again, though, that's not the only meaning of the card. It can also represent not wanting to be hurt. He's stealing 5 of the swords. The 5 of Swords is a mentally and psychologically painful situation. He's stealing that because he doesn't want to be hurt. He's also leaving 2 swords behind because he can't carry it all. So it can be leaving something behind too. I do have death right there beside it, an ending. But then I've got this knowing exactly what I want, this high level of desire, or maybe viewing your person in that Queen of Wands sense. This can sometimes even represent like a new strategy or a new clever strategy to get what you want. Being willing to make some kind of an adjustment mentally. Six of Cups, this is Scorpio energy again. This is the past. It's thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past, the way things used to be, the good old days. Can represent something from the past coming back up again, like happening again, or something from the past, like someone from the past coming back up. I've got this idea here of like we're advancing forward. And then I've got this next idea of, but now I'm not fully happy anymore. And there's this other thing that I'm thinking about that would make me happy. And maybe that thing that I'm thinking about that would make me happy is the past or something from the past. It's possible that you left something behind at some stage, like during the expansion of this. And then now there's this, what is that? Nostalgia that you're missing here. Could be that. Could be like if there's some sneaky deceptive BS going on and we got a choice between lovers here, and it could be someone from the past made a comeback and is back in the picture here. And that could be like either you weren't happy and were thinking about this other person who is now back, or your person is doing that to you. One of the two. Either way, the final card for you, Leo, is the Fool. This is the first card of the major arcana. Card 0 represents a new beginning at something where you take a blind leap of faith, not knowing what all the steps are first, not knowing what the end result is going to be first, and just saying, you know what, screw it. I'm going to leap off this cliff and I will figure out how to grow wings on my way down. I'll figure this out as I go. Can be an energy of taking foolish risks, taking unnecessary risks. It could be that. It's sitting right beside the Devil, so it could be a little distorted version of the Fool here. This can even represent taking risks outside of a connection and starting something new. I do have 3 of Swords here. Heartbreak and sadness from a third energy. Now, again, though, that third energy doesn't have to be romantic third party. The 6 of Cups doesn't have to be person from the past. It can be something from their past. And maybe, like I said, nostalgia. Maybe they had to leave something behind, or you had to leave something behind, and you've been thinking about that. And that's the third energy that's causing a heartbreaking thing. And maybe that's tweaking your melon a little bit and taking you out of your game some. I do have to point out, your very first card in the whole reading here is the World, the last card of the major arcana, ending of a cycle, beginning of a new cycle. The way you begin the new cycle is you start over at the Fool again, and that's your last card. So we have some sort of a completed cycle in your energy here. I'm still getting this feeling that for someone, there was this like funky period where you're scattered. You're too scattered and something is off for you. And it probably either was caused by the way you were thinking or turned into thinking wrong. And that might have been like messing things up, but it looks like you've completed the cycle of whatever that was now, and it's not affecting you the same way. Hopefully so. I think what this comes down to is chill out. You're funky and clouded up right here. The only thing that really matters is what do you want your life to be like, and what is your personal happiness and wish fulfillment? What do you actually want, and what's going to make you happy? And that has to do with the choice about this connection or the connection itself. It's what it looks like. In your person's energy, first card is the most important, Ace of Pentacles. Central to their energy, Ace of Wands. Final card for them, Page of Cups. Damn, this is making me look at this column again, and I'm still feeling two separate messages. There's somebody that's like waiting on some other lover or a choice between lovers, and there is sneaky deceptive behavior in that particular case. And it's probably with someone that they already know, and they're taking risks currently about that, and that's probably being driven by some urges under the surface here, or some element of their past that didn't get healed that doesn't let them be happy. And for someone, there's a detaching and walking away and like severing the connection here because there is a third party. I know that's not for everyone. Hopefully that's not for you, but I got to put it out there because I'm getting two separate messages, and it's like impossible for me to ignore one of them. So this Ace of Pentacles is a new, tangible, real world opportunity presenting itself, a new physical opportunity. Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles, please. Like I said, that's got the potential to grow into the 10 of Pentacles. It just requires work, time, effort, and energy. And that's the overall energy of the reading. So, yeah, and this is giving me the mixed signals again. Underlying that opportunity, Four of Wands, stability. Like, ta-da, the thing that I've been trying to manifest has appeared, and it's stable in the physical reality. There's an opportunity here for stability and celebration of the home. This is also sometimes a marriage card. I have Judgment in the background, the biggest decision card in the deck. It's like passing a final verdict in judgment on something. Either A, we're calling it dead and over with and there's no coming back, or B, we're going to resurrect this and transform it and change it and bring it back to the stability, bring it back to the Hierophant, the commitment here, taking things to the next level. This decision is surrounded by two marriage cards. And there is some opportunity for that here. Or it's telling me that in the midst of some stable commitment, some new opportunity presented itself to your person. I hate it when I get two messages like this because it's hard to keep track of it, but there's two messages here. Six of Pentacles, Five of Swords, King of Swords. Six of Pentacles is Taurus energy. This is balance. It's right here, 3 cards deep in the shared energy. It can be balance, like balancing this back out. There's an opportunity to restabilize this. It can also be equal give and take. It can also represent the merchant here, giving to two people in the physical sense, because I got a new opportunity. And notice one's behind his back. Seven of Cups can be, I got options and I don't want you to see them, hence me blowing smoke screens. I don't feel like that's exactly what it's talking about. I just feel like that there's a certain chunk of Leos that's what's happening for them. Five of Swords is Aquarius energy. Fives are conflict. I referenced this when I told you about the Seven of Swords. He's stealing the mentally and psychologically painful situation or event. This can be a betrayal. This can be a big fight or an argument. It can be a situation that's not fair, where the deck is stacked against them. Could be that they have some winning at all costs mentality, although that doesn't really fit with what I'm seeing out here. When I have these lined up, it's directly across the aisle from Seven of Swords. Final clarifier here is the King of Swords. This is either Aquarius or Gemini energy, depending on what school of thought you subscribe to. This is the smart, logical, rational person. It's a decision-making energy, but it's a person who is only interested in the truth and the facts when they make their decisions. They throw emotions out the window. Very emotionally detached decision maker. It could be that there's this pain here in the connection between the two of you and detaching emotionally because of the pain. And this could be an opportunity to balance it out. Ace of Wands is next. This is a passionate new beginning and passion and desire. So we could have somebody with a new physical opportunity, sparking up some brand new connection, putting in work, birthing a new connection. I've got a card that can mean giving to two people. I've got a card that could mean betrayal, and shared energy could be a choice between lovers. This could also be, in the other case, trying to re-spark this connection, trying to fire the connection back up and like get it ignited again. Get the passion back, get the desire for it back. Start over at the beginning again, which is what your final card is, starting over at the beginning. Okay, sorry, wrong order. Lord have mercy. My ears are ringing so loud right now. God. Underlying this Ace of Wands, I get the Page of Pentacles again. Early stage plan for the future, news messages, communications about physical opportunity. I got a card of work here. I'm getting the feeling over here at one point that there might have been a money problem. And then I've got that same card. I saw Ace of Pentacles for you in this deck over here. Now I've got the same card here with a card that could be about receiving money and pain tied to that. I've got the card of work, which is required for the money. And I keep getting this Page. Now, the last time I saw that, the Strength card was behind it. And I don't have that here. I've got 8 of Swords, like stuck in my head, grinding on whatever this plan is or whatever this communication about finances is. This is like, I don't know what to do, and I'm stuck and trapped and blocked, and I don't want to make a mistake. But I'm stuck in my head about it. And also could be like thinking the way that they're thinking is making it worse than it is too. But then there's still the passion, the desire, the drive, the motivation. It's all still in the background. It just feels like locked away. This is really feeling like both of you had like scattered energy. You're both probably going through some kind of a cycle of some kind, whether that's astrological or whatever. Something was affecting you both and taking you out of your games here. When I clarify Ace of Wands, I get the Hanged Man, the Tower, and the Three of Wands. Landed on the Lovers. It like flips out of my hand. I've got the Hanged Man as your second card, and the Three of Wands is your final card. So there's some mirroring going on here. Like reflecting each other's energy here. This Hanged Man is progress being halted, no forward movement happening, things being stuck. There's this idea of balancing it back out and re-sparking it, but progress isn't happening. Also, this is a person who's looking at things, possibly being helpless victim, possibly playing the blame game, possibly not seeing their role in the situation here. I got a card of equal give and take right next to it, and I've got a card of mental and psychological pain attached to that idea of equal give and take. It doesn't feel like this person doesn't want to have equal give and take. I feel like it's not equal give and take, and I think they see that, and they're very well aware of that, and probably do a lot of thinking about that. And then there's mental and psychological pain attached to that. And then progress halting, the Tower. This is the collapse of some important structure in their life. It's a game changer. It's a foundation rocking event. This is usually the collapse of a relationship or the collapse of a belief system, like this mental model of the world they're operating from something like the way they believe it's going to be, something happens and it shatters that, and now I don't know what the hell to do. It might be from some communication conflict here. Could have been a fight. There's some re-sparking something here, though. It's like this affects them too. Like, powerful connection, but there's a choice here, and there's what do I want and what makes me happy, and then there's this like calm my mind down because everything's all clouded and judgment is off right now. Which is why I've got 3 of Wands here, that card of waiting. Like, new strategy is screaming at me here. And here it's like waiting on the tower, like feeling like nothing's moving and I'm just waiting on this to collapse. There's all this pain tied to it. Common sense and logic and reason is like waiting on something almost that I know is going to happen. But then again, it could be like putting the brakes on the collapse of this and like waiting, like chilling out. It could be that too. I got Page of Cups as the final card for your person, Leo. News, messages, communications about love and emotions, lovey-dovey messages, expressing feelings, apology, early stages of like love offer. Tell me about this Page of Cups, please. Why is the Page of Cups here? Bottom of the deck, 4 of Wands. Stability of the home, stability of the family, stability of the connection. The thing I want is here. The thing I want is a new cup of love. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Swords. I've seen all 4 of the aces here. New opportunity all over the place. New beginning all over the place. This is like cutting away the idea of disconnecting and walking away. This is like balancing the physical world, the money possibly. Balancing like how much equal give and take we have. Like there's this spark of passion and desire here with the brakes on. Maybe the brakes on the tower and like trying to wait because I'm trying to get this stability back, and I'm like talking about how I feel, wanting to fill the cup back up, taking the first steps down this new path toward the thing I want, like expressing interest and desire, expressing what it is that I want. It's the minor arcana version of the Fool. Like here on your side, I see, you know what, screw it, let's just go for it. And over here, I see like, let's take the first step. Queen of Swords. Speaking the truth, that can be a very difficult conversation here. Now, from that other point of view, if we got a passionate new beginning that's halted everything and collapsed it and led to betrayal, and now we're waiting on understanding everything or figuring out what to do, like this could be the lovey-dovey communications were happening while there was stability of home and family and connection, and there's the new person showing up and them having the willingness to take the steps in that direction, and that leading to a severing between the two of you. Could be that too. When I clarify Page of Cups, I get the Hermit, the 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Hermit is the Virgo Major Arcana card. This is a card of withdrawal, isolation. Usually means communication shuts down, and if it doesn't shut down completely, it's different than it used to be, like dramatically different. This is a card of doing soul searching, doing like deep inner reflection, deep contemplation, trying to figure out what to do moving forward from here. It's different than the Hanged Man. They're both at their core about trying to figure out what to do moving forward. But here, the Hanged Man's looking externally. The Hermit is looking internally. This is looking at themselves for what adjustments do they need to make about themselves so things can move forward the way that they need to give them what they want. How can we move forward the right way? It's like, this isn't usually a voluntary energy. Usually something happens and it forces a person into that. Nine of Cups, excuse me, Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. This is a single energy. It's a step back from the Ten of Pentacles that combine together life or maximum stability and abundance in the money sense. This is a step back from that. This can be a single energy. This can be independent, self-sufficient. I don't need you to physically or financially take care of me. Like, they can do that on their own. Maybe this is them doing soul searching about their physical independence or financial independence. I don't know why I don't do financial readings or any of that stuff, and like, I keep getting pulled back into finances on this one. This single energy is right beside the Tower, like the collapse of something important, and that would land them single. And maybe they don't want that to happen, and they're trying to figure out, what would I do if that did happen? There's definite mental, psychological pain tied to that idea, and possibly even common sense telling them just wait on it because it's coming. Like, it could be that they could be worried about that. I don't see like fear, worry, and anxiety here, though. I just see like probable more likely that they're looking at themselves really harshly in some aspect of not being able to equally give here. I got Eight of Wands as the final clarifier for them, Sagittarius energy. This is very fast forward movement or progress on something. It can be rapid back and forth, passionate communications happening. Could mean that they're waiting on passionate communications to work on this, and maybe they still want to. This is like usually fast movement or progress on something that they would want. It can sometimes be like so much external energy is coming at them that it's overwhelming. It's too much to process. It's too much to handle all at once, and it can feel like really overwhelming. Which again, I got this, calm down, relax. You're clouded right now. Focus in on what do you want and what makes you happy, and choose that. Like, make that choice. And it seems that the connection is it. There's just some problem here. It looks like probably a fight. Looks like potentially them looking at themselves harshly because they're not able to do something that you're able to do, probably financially, I'm guessing. It's the only thing I can think of on why it would like be popping into my head 50 times in this reading. There's some external thing that's causing the problem between the two of you. It might be money. In that one storyline, it's another person, but I don't really feel like that's for most people. So take it however it resonates for you.